Hey guys, happy Tuesday. Today I wanted to create this video to share with you value add stocks as well as one crypto play that can add so much value to your investment portfolio. First off, I'd like to inform you I'm not a financial advisor. Please take my information as guidance. I'll share with you my reasons why I think that these companies as well as this crypto play adding value, and I'll share with you my forecast on the pricing. Let's get started. Now, the first investment I wanted to share with you is Ethereum Classic. This token is ETC. In fact, right now it's running at 35%. I mean, previously it ran from like low 15s back in April all the way up to like 170 early May timeframe. However, it's been just on a big pullback while we've seen the price of Bitcoin dropping as well. It went down all the way from like $36 with the resistance at like $175. However, now we're beginning to see an upward trend here. So it's gaining traction. So just wanted to share with you insights on Ethereum Classic because this definitely is undervalued based on the prior resistance that it was able to reach up to. So let's not lose sight of the potential of Ethereum Classic and what it can really do with providing an ecosystem for DeFi in the cryptocurrency space. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is an interesting biotech company, and that is Inovio Pharmaceuticals, ticker INO, based out in San Diego, where they're working on 15 DNA immunotherapy vaccines. Not only are they working on a COVID-19 related vaccine, but they also have infectious disease vaccines for MERS, the Zika, even for dysplasia, brain tumors for glioblastoma, a number of different vaccines, including its DMAP technology for the development of monoclonal antibodies, and with its partnership with AstraZeneca as well as with CEPI and other institutions, this company will monopolize leveraging its DNA technology. And from a share price standpoint, I mean, previously back in 2020 around Q2 to Q3, the share price actually hovered up to like $35. I mean, we're looking at a 1 year scale range here. The current market cap is close to $2 billion. I foresee that soon enough it's going to reach the $5 billion and it will break the $10 billion share cap, and we shall see the share price catapult up to like $35 by end of this year. And we shall hear a news on its glioblastoma information that will be coming, as well as updates for entry of phase 3 clinical trials for the COVID-19 vaccine. And we know that there's a degree of seasonality. The virus hasn't gone away. I mean, you look at Australia, there's still a shutdown right now. Even for citizens in the United States, you can't even travel across the border to Canada. So that just tells you this truly is a global pandemic. Even though we see sustainability with control in the United States, that doesn't mean that around the world there's a need for that. I mean, in the northern hemispheres, like in the United States, while we are experiencing our summertime, areas like in Australia are experiencing the wintertime, as well as Africa and South America, where the demand is high at this time. So let's not lose sight of the potential of Inovio Pharmaceuticals. Next ticker that I wanted to share with you is an interesting biotech company that's actually based out in San Diego as well, and that's SKYE Bioscience, ticker SKYE. In fact, the CEO previously worked at Inovio Pharmaceuticals many years ago, where now he is the CEO, leading and inspiring a team where the CEO previously had experience co-founding Oncosec, an immunocancer therapy company, where it's demonstrated that its drug product has shown statistically significant data with its prodrug. Now, with SKYE Bioscience, one of the interesting things about this company is that they are trying to combat glaucoma, which is an ocular disease where you can potentially lead to irreversible blindness due to hypertension in the eye. Now, the drug product that SKYE Bioscience has developed and bioengineered, in fact, it's actually patented, is its prodrug called THC VHS, where it has the THC molecule bioengineered and modified and patented by adding amino acids so that the drug product can travel through the eye and bind to your innate receptors to ultimately reduce intraocular pressure and provide potentially neuroprotection. And the data for neuroprotection is likely going to be coming sometime very soon, in several weeks, possibly in August timeframe. Now, one of the interesting things, one of the biggest milestones for this company right now is for entry of human clinical trials, especially in the Australia region, and that's going to be a very pivotal moment for SKYE Bioscience, and that's happening in the coming weeks. This is going to look very exciting because according to its preclinical trials data, it's demonstrating that its drug product works on animals, in fact doing better than other legacy drug products like latanoprost and in use with Ropressa, a commercially available drug. It's actually brought down the IOP levels by about 33%. That is huge, and it provides a significantly longer duration impact. Now, that just tells you the potential of how SKYE's prodrug can be used as a one type of dose per day for glaucoma patients. And I'm just going to say that these type of drugs are very costly and expensive, and it's great to see a potential new drug that can be introduced to add value in this world of ocular disease. And hold on tight, because in 2021 we shall hear updates on its CBD VHS product portfolio in terms of multiple indications of our use. So looking forward to that data in terms of where this actual product is headed to provide medical unmet needs. Will it be in ocular disease? Will it be in a different function of the health arena? We'll see. It's looking very exciting for SKYE Bioscience. I'm forecasting by the end of this year it will catapult beyond the $1 range. In fact, long term it can go all the way up to like $10 from my perspective. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is an electric vehicle company, and that is NIO, right? I mean, we previously seen the share price drop all the way down to like $38. As you can see here, back in May, it dropped close to like $29. I mean, $31 from May timeframe. However, it's been on an increase here. I mean, it's gaining traction. And why? Well, the fact that now the economy is beginning to open up as the seasons begin to change with gas prices going up. We have an increased demand for electric vehicle cars, and this company is really posing as a competitive threat to companies like Tesla. And NIO, from a share price standpoint, we know that it previously ran close to like $70. So I'm forecasting that it can reach beyond that, and there's just so much target increases that NIO can go beyond $80 from my perspective. And holding this long term, I firmly believe that you can definitely gain. As you can see here, there's Citigroup upgrading NIO as a buy, and that's very huge news, at least for this electric vehicle space. So let's not lose sight of the potential NIO can provide, where the current market cap is at around 82 billion right now. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is an interesting biotechnology company that's about the size of 1.69 billion market size cap, a small cap company called SENS. In fact, this company makes medical device intended to be used on diabetic patients, where you have an implanted medical device to monitor for diabetes. And we know that diabetes is one of the leading cause for death, secondary to like cardiovascular disease, although it's basically related to cardiovascular. Now, we know that as summertime comes around the corner, patients would highly depend on products that are implanted where it doesn't pose any distraction to a patient having to self-monitor. And when this product is implanted, it does what it needs to do, and patients can really go on with their normal daily life without having to check for their insulin, their diabetes levels. This is looking very solid in terms of innovation in the medical device arena. From a share price standpoint, I firmly believe that towards the end of the year it can catapult beyond $10 for SENS. So let's not lose sight of the potential here. I mean, it would have been great if you got in like in early May at like 171. It's gone beyond the one-fold increase already. If you hold this long term, you could potentially see 10x to 40x. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is an interesting company, and that is AGEN, a cancer-based therapy company that has a number of drug products where they are hiring employees all around the world. And AGEN, I was recommending this ticker back in many months ago when it was hovering at the low $2, and it's great to see that it's doubled its valuation already. But that won't stop there. There's forecasts that the target price for AGEN can go beyond $11, and if you hold this long term, double digits is very easy with AGEN. I'm going to say easy because this company has all the goods, and it basically is gaining traction through the clinical trials process right now. And when you look at Yahoo's recommended trends, I mean, May, June, you see strong buys and buys from analysts here, and there's just so much upgrades and recommendations for buying AGEN from my perspective in looking at the value of this Massachusetts-based company. So I would highly recommend doing your research on this company and understanding the products that they're adding in the healthcare space. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is RIOT Blockchain, ticker RIOT. I mean, in fact, this company, it ramped all the way up close to like $80 back in like Q1 of 2021. However, it's on a downward decline. I mean, it actually went all the way down to like $26 in week 2 of May. However, we're beginning to see traction take place here, and while the price of cryptocurrency is beginning to climb up slowly, we see companies like RIOT Blockchain based out in New York climbing up as well, and I firmly believe that the prior resistance can easily be broken if you hold this ticker long term, and this is definitely undervalued still, so I would look at RIOT Blockchain as an investment opportunity holding this long term, because we're beginning to see bullish patterns here with the V-shape coming very soon for this small cap company that's at around $3.62 billion. And with its 52-week high, as what I previously mentioned, it reached almost around the threshold of like $80. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is EHANG, right? I mean, this is a small cap company creating innovation in the aerospace industry where you can have like multiple people on the drone itself. It's like an enlarged drone that can carry a large capacity of people. And can you imagine like just tall buildings where you have like a drone picking up people without having to have that acceleration going a certain distance, where this is really like a helicopter, but it's more efficient. With the share price, I mean, it previously ran all the way up to $129 based on its 52-week high. I mean, it went from like low 20s from January all the way up to like 124 in February within several weeks, and it's been on a downward decline, but we're beginning to see that the share price has been ticking up, and I'm thinking that in Q3 we shall see some gains coming back, especially for investors who bought in at the high end or just bag holding at this time. But let's say if you're new to investing or if you have high conviction in EHANG, now is an opportunity to capitalize on more shares of EHANG and just holding that, letting it ride so that it can build on future valuation. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is in the cannabis space, and that is TLRY. And when you think of TLRY, TLRY, you should also think about Afria, because there was a merger between the two. And from a share price standpoint, the fact that the 52-week range on this company reached $67, $17 to me is definitely undervalued. And while cannabis industry has been on a downward trend, that's not to say that it will pop back up, because what goes down will pop back up, and I have high conviction that that will come, because that's just my takeaway with TLRY, and it's gaining traction with bullish activity at this time. So I firmly believe that this mid-sized cap company providing high quality cannabis products will continue to add value and gain traction, and it will reach beyond the $67 from my perspective by the end of this year. Last ticker I wanted to share with you is in the OTC market, and that is Blue Sphere Corporation, ticker BLSP. And one of the interesting things about this company was back in early Q1, there was one day when the share price ramped all the way up to like 450% within one day. In fact, it went from like triple 0001 all the way up to like 3 cents at one point. However, it's now at the 002, and today it's nice to see that it's gained 4%. But from my perspective, this is definitely undervalued at this time, and we're seeing more sites popping up with BLSP. And if you hold long term, let's say if you are a bag holder like me, I mean, I'm not worried. I'm just gonna ride this company long term and see where it's headed. But this is definitely a high risk, high reward type of play, and it may come through in the long run, right? Because now that we are in the season of summertime, we depend on companies that will make the world more blue and healthy. And this company basically converts waste into renewable energy, and there's an endless supply of waste while there's an endless demand for having clean energy. So that's why I firmly believe BLSP at one point in time in the future can add value. So overall, these are the investment plays I wanted to share with you. If you enjoyed this video, let's say if you're new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe to alliseeisW. And if you enjoyed this content, please make sure to hit the thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, all. Goodbye.